Yeah, baby. 10 in the head, coming back to you. Episode 10, it's a big one today. And hosted by yours truly, Nick Faber. We got 10 topics, 10 minutes, and we're going to be doing it fantasy football style like we always do. Jump right into it. Question number 1, who do we like from Tennessee this year? Now, with the Decker signing, Mariota's jumped up a lot of boards. A lot of people love Marcus Mariota. And for good reason, with his stellar red zone numbers. He is coming into his third year. He should be good this year, but I'm not going to say I like Mariota. I'm not going to say I like Eric Decker. The unproven rookie Corey Davis from Western could be good, could be rookie of the year, but again, I'm not going to say I like him either. I'm not going to take the too obvious with DeMarco Murray or Delaney Walker. I'm joining the Rashad Matthews bandwagon for the second year. He's going to be good. He built the biggest chemistry with Mariota last year. And Decker coming in and Davis coming in, they do not have the chemistry that Matthews does with him. So give me Matthews, late round sleeper if he's available. I'll take him. Number 2, is Danny Woodhead going to be an X factor in fantasy football this year? You play in PPR, there's a good chance he is because he's on a team that throws the ball a lot. They did add Macklin. They do have Dixon suspended for the first 3 or 4 games, so it's going to be West and Woodhead running the backfield. He could be an X factor, and I'm saying that with quotation marks because I don't know if I'm going to be buying in on Woodhead. I probably won't draft him. I haven't drafted him in any mocks this year. I just don't know if I trust him that much coming off of this injury, but he could be an X factor. So is he going to be an X factor? I'll say yes, but again, I'm avoiding him. I just don't know if I trust him that much. Number 3, though, we've talked about the Vikings backfield, we've talked about the Seahawks backfield, and we're going to keep it with the NFC, and we're going to talk about the Saints backfield this year. Now, we got Mark Ingram, we got Adrian Peterson, we got the drafted Kamara, there is Cadet still there. There's a lot of running backs back there in the backfield. Sean Payton wouldn't be getting all these running backs if he liked Mark Ingram. So I would say Mark Ingram is not going to be drafted by me at all. Who do I like out of the backfield? Adrian Peterson. Be careful for him to come and just stud it up. Be the best running back that the Saints have seen in a long time. For the simple fact that Breeze will be able to open up the front, the trenches. I mean, he's going to be throwing the ball. The safeties are going to have to play back. The linebackers are going to have to be worrisome for the pass. And that's just going to leave a lot of open holes for Adrian Peterson. And I'm buying on that. Now, he's getting drafted pretty early. Do I want to draft him early? Again, I'll probably avoid him. But I think he's going to be the stud of the Saints backfield. And there shouldn't be any reason not to go after him in fantasy drafts, other than the simple fact that there is a loaded backfield and that could hurt him. So I think it'll be Peterson running that. Number 4, what team gets the most fantasy points from the top 3 receivers? Now, last episode we played a fun game of quarterback, running back, receiver. What team will have the most points out of that trio? This time we're going with just 3 wide receivers. Now, there's Green Bay, Jordy Nelson, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb. I like them a lot, probably my favorite. But there's New England. Brandon Cooks, the new addition, with Edelman and Malcolm Mitchell or Chris Hogan, whoever becomes the wide receiver 3, Danny Edelman, whoever is the top receiver out of those 3. I like that. I just don't know if the top 3 combined are going to score more than Green Bay. But you can't forget Oakland with Cooper, Crabtree, and the new addition of Cordarrelle Patterson. I think Patterson is going to have an explosive year in Oakland, getting out of the Minnesota regime. He's going to just come into his own in Oakland, hopefully. I'm hoping for him. The Giants, Odell Beckham Jr., Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, another prolific trio that could arguably be the best 3 wide receivers on a team. But in my opinion, I'm saying Green Bay, Adams, Cobb, Nelson, they're just going to be good. And it's Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. I mean, come on. Aaron Rodgers is going to throw the ball, and he's going to throw it accurately. Number 5, though. Who's the best/worst? Who's the best/worst running backs over 30 in fantasy football production this year? Now, in my opinion, the best, LeGarrette Blount, Marshawn Lynch, both going to new teams. I like them. They both have good offensive lines. I would say Blount is going to be the best running back that's over 30 this year. Now, I know I'm not. The worst I'm saying will be AP and Gore. Now, yes, I think AP will be the best of the Saints, as I said earlier, and Gore is always doing his thing. But this is the year that Gore goes down, and I just don't know if I see AP doing better than Lynch or Blount. So I'm going to say the best, LeGarrette Blount, the worst, Frank Gore. Number 6, though. Just running through them today. The biggest bust of 2017. Well, excuse me, the biggest running back bust of 2017. And this is a guy that's being drafted in pretty much all the first rounds, maybe the top of the second round. And it's the Chicago Bears' second-year running back, Jordan Howard. I think he's going to be a bust. I just don't have faith in Glennon or Trubisky to open up the holes that he'll need to run to get a lot of yards. And now people are like, well, they had Hoyer and Matt Barkley and, Jay Cutler at quarterback last year, and he still managed to get 1,300 plus yards. Correct. But now we have a full year of tape on him. Defenses are going to know how to game plan against him. And I think Hoyer, Cutler, both better quarterbacks than Glennon and Trubisky. Obviously, Barkley sucks. He's horrible. But whatever. I'm saying for the simple fact of injury or just no open holes, just like Todd Gurley last year, Jordan Howard's gonna have a deep decline, and I just don't want to get Howard at all, and I think he will be the biggest bust of the 2017 season in running back edition. But number 7, who's the biggest sleeper of the running backs in 2017? And in my opinion, there's 3 that really come to mind. Now, these are later picks. I'm not going to go anywhere that's anyone getting drafted before the 10th round. Thomas Rawls is about the first one. But I've been seeing reports that him and Eddie Lacy will be sharing the running back 1 duties. And Rawls is not being drafted until late 12th, 13th round, maybe 10th round. Now that this report is going to come out, his ADP could come up. Get Thomas Rawls. Get the Central Michigan alum. He could be a stud. He could be a stud. Are we trusting Eddie Lacy? Have we trusted Eddie Lacy since his first year? He's beaten his weight program. He's doing good on that. But spare me. Give me Thomas Rawls. I also like Marlon Mack. Again, as I said earlier, Frank Gore, probably the biggest bust of the running backs over 30. So give me his backup. Give me the guy who could come in when Gore finally takes that hit that's going to knock him down. Marlon Mack, the rookie. I like him a lot. Ryan Matthews, maybe. Now, LeGarrette Blount, I did say would be the best running back of over 30, but he's old. I can see an injury happening to him, so I won't mind taking a late-round flyer on Ryan Matthews. I know he didn't do good last year, but we'll see if maybe this could be the chance. If he gets demoted to running back 2, is he going to get the opportunity at running back 1 and take advantage of it finally? Maybe, maybe not, but I like him. Keep an eye on him. Number 8, toss-up. Demaryius Thomas or Keenan Allen? 3rd round, pretty much both receivers. You're sitting there with both DT and Keenan Allen on the board. I'm taking Demaryius Thomas just because he's going to get the targets. I know Keenan Allen will get targets, but Los Angeles, has a plethora of targets now with Hunter Henry, Antonio Gates, the rookie Mike Williams, Tyrell Williams, Dontrell Inman, Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, who can catch out of the backfield. Give me DT. I like him this year. Number 9, toss-up. Jeremy Maclin, Eric Decker, the 2 newest receivers on teams that have fantasy impact. And I like Jeremy Maclin over Eric Decker. He's joining Joe Flacco, who threw the ball over 650 times last year. Now, I know that's not going to be a trend that we're going to see again this year, but for the simple fact of those 2, I think Decker will play a good veteran role in Tennessee. But again, I liked Matthews there, and I do like Corey Davis, but I like Maclin the most out of those 2 wide receivers. Give me Maclin in Baltimore. And number 10, our late round flyer, I'm going to throw a quick shout out for Allen Hurns, the wide receiver 2 in Jacksonville. Hopefully Bortles can come back to where he was a couple years ago and can find Allen Hurns more often than he did last year. But thanks for listening. 10 in the head, always doing its thing. And we're just going to give a quick shout out. Russ, NFL Draft on Twitter. Always a great follow. The Devil's Cut Band, the band we're listening to right now. Great band. You can follow me on Twitter at NickFaber1229. Read all my articles I'm writing. Thanks for listening. Let's jam out. Yeah.